Hello, everyone. This is Grant again today, and we are going to do a little photo editing session just of everything I've shot through, I'd say, the last week or week and a half or so. It's just stuff I shot around through, like little walks I take around the neighborhood or in town or during lunch breaks, for instance, too. And let's begin, shall we? Room today are all ones that I've done through like little walks I've taken in the neighborhood or just ones during my lunch break as well, or just even at my home sometimes too. But I think none of these are ones in my own home. However, I'm going to go into Lightroom right now. I'm going to go play around well, first of all, I'll play my presets, and I'm going to go through ones I've made in the past and see which ones I actually think will suit it. So I'm going to go this cotton candy one I made maybe about 2 years ago. Go from there, and then I'm going to at least lower my exposure a tad bit. That might be a good spot. And then I also want to play around my contrast to see what my contrast may be. So that could be, I might keep it as a 14 for now. And I'll also toggle my highlights. Keep that negative 36. Excuse me. And then I also want to at least lower my shadows a slight bit, not too drastically. Darks, I might just leave that alone for now. And my whites, tidbit there. I'm not going to do anything with my curve. I normally try to avoid that if I can. And then my color mixer, I want to at least make the brick in the around there more realistic, not too overly orange or red, which I think I have control of now. And then I'm gonna at least lower my blues just like about here, near here. And that should be at least what it will be, and I'll also present the finished product as well so all of you can see. So I'm also going to continue looking into this as well, see if other details I may want to up the doozy. So I'm going to sharpening my details, sharpen this up a little bit, and maybe do the same thing. I'm going to play around my detail for a second, like keep it 42. I don't see any reason. Okay, well, that's about it for now. And then I'm going to zoom out. And I will show this into just a second too. Filter thing real quick before I do anything in general. And okay, I'm going to go with my typical preset I made for myself in Lightroom. I think I didn't do a lot, but I'll save it again. I might actually, you know what, there's like so much extra space right there. I am going to crop it just to a small amount to here, and then right there. And I'm going to also make that my focal point right now, the ducks up there, and then have a little bit of the space, water, kind of just make it look like it's a little bit more to it or whatever. And I want to toggle my shadows for a second. The water, a little bit sense of darkness to it. Although I don't want to make it too dark. It might be perfect at negative 11. You know, I can see the duck's feet. I can see the duck's feet swimming right there, so it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna lower my blue. Okay, I'm gonna keep it as such, but I want to see. I just want to play around with blues in the color mixer. And I might actually play around with my color grading first of all. So I'm gonna zoom in my duck at this bad boy right here. More greenish hue. See where it goes. I'm also gonna raise my lumen. Let's see. I'm playing. I'm like undecided. It's like a little game of tennis right now with my luminance. I like the 26. So try mine, and I'm gonna go to my highlights in this. I'm gonna try for another like a lighter blue. I don't go too far with it. No, I don't like that. I might go with that. Oh, that looks so cool. The orange, it's like a sunset. And I took it. And this photo I took was like in a late afternoon, anyway, so like 4 or 5 o'clock. So it could be just a perfect one, actually. And that's about it. And then keep going some more. Next, I emphasized a little bit of the color green, sort of, while I was on this walk as well. So it's like I try to give myself these little challenges of, oh, how can I find a color? And I picked green as my color, so while I was walking, I picked colors that were more suitable. So with this one at least, I want to zoom in. I actually want to zoom in on it, crop this a little bit, quite a bit actually, by a big amount. I don't need the name per se, but what I'm gonna do is extend to here, and because there's a car in the way. However, I'm gonna. Oh wait, I want to check the filters I have. Well, I could always come back. That's still too overset brightness. It's too bright. I don't know. I'm gonna. No. Even no. This one I made when I went to Japan seems a little promising, but I don't like it today. So I'll go with mine and then just toggle around. I have a lot of workaround to do with this. And it looks. Let's see. I thought that was crooked, but it was designed like that. Now I thought it was from my photo tape. So I cropped that to make. Well, actually I didn't, but then it's the window. I don't like the shadows in this at all. I'm a little bit down. I'm gonna lower my whites. So I'm a little not too overly satisfied, but that part could be somewhat fixable. And for the least part, I'm just gonna make that roof a little red, not too red, not oversaturated. No, not okay. Well, and then I'm gonna emphasize my sky a little bit, make it just like a little lighter of blue. I might do the same thing with my highlights though, with my orange, like how I saw the duck. But I'm not gonna go too far into it actually. Raise my lumens up a little bit, see what my blending does, but I see it to I'll lower it to that much, and that's about it. It's not overall my favorite compared to the ones with the one of the ducks. And then I'm gonna keep going some more. I finish editing. Gonna continue with my editing, and then I'm going to go through here again. I'm gonna try on my preset on here on this door I found, or I might try this one. I'm gonna give it a brighter color. I can work around with it, which is a good thing. And I'm going to first and foremost, I'm gonna crop. So I want to make the door the focal point, not that sign up there. It doesn't matter to me at all. And then I'm going to lower my highlights a slight bit along with my shadows. Raise my. Let's see how the white. Now I'm gonna keep my whites there and my darks. I'm gonna darken it a little bit. this one's actually turning out decent. I'm gonna go back to cropping and try to make this look a little more level. I feel like I was crooked on this. There we go. Then I want to go back to my temperature. I'm gonna raise my temperature up to 4. I might see how it looks lowering. Not too. Let's keep it a -10 for now. Lowering the saturation. And my green for this color mixer, I'm gonna lower it to about right at -39. Other than that, I think this may be decent as if without the color grading. That one I didn't like. This will be hard to work with, so it's too much in there. This one maybe. And next, I want to go. I have this little corner one up here, and I'm gonna go back up here. I'm gonna go to my presets first and foremost. See what I like out of this. No, but it looks cool. Though, I won't lie. That one looks a little better, but I'll see. This is a maybe. Maybe. I'm gonna go back to. I like this one better. I like the colors in this. It looks weird in the sense of it looks like it's taken in the middle of the day or earlier. I took this like late afternoon. Doesn't require a lot of having to do lots. It's going to be a simple run as I would have least expected. And I feel like I don't have to do much of it, thankfully. So I'm going to talk about the green. And see what I can do with the yellow. Oh, okay, that makes sense. I was like, why is it like this? And for the most part, I think this might have the least amount of effort into this. I'm gonna do the same thing here too. That's my overall conclusion. Go through that. Not do a lot of this actually in a weird way. It makes my job a lot easier and more fun to do. Well, regardless, editing's always fun. And then, yeah, just gonna do a few more modifications. Not do too much. Too much. I don't have to do too much with this, but although I am still gonna look a little more, I'm gonna rate now. That's 0. Everything else I think is fine except for I'm gonna raise that hue up in the color mixer to just a 19 and saturation. I might lower the saturation to 29. I also and I had to and right now from this one, this is like a little corner one I had too from this. So I'm gonna go to my filters again and my presets, and so far, no, I like the last a little better. Or let's see mine, the one I made a while back goes. I'll go with my older ones actually, and I might go with this one just because it gives more. It's more brighter. And besides that, let's see. Oh wait, no, I'm gonna collapse that. Scroll back up. Sometimes it's cool I picked this color. I thought it looked bluish, but the goal that day was to pick the color green, which is now something I enjoy doing now. It's like, hey, picking colors that could actually not suit, but it just gives me a bit of a challenge, or at least something new to work with when I shoot. And just make the bricks more realistic instead of this like bright red that was in there in the filter prior. I want to play around my greens a slight bit, just there's like a little sun right up there, which makes it look cool. This is like it's late afternoon, it's like almost like an hour before sunset. And obviously, I might play around with my, not my mid-tone, I'm going to play with my shadows a little bit and see where this goes. I'm not going to go too far with my oranges. I'm going to low, I might keep it up to 436. I'm going to lower my blending. I'm going to play around. I'm going to lower it to just a 28. Now it looks good for now. However, I'm going to move to my next one, and this one I'm starting to think this doesn't look too good. I'm going to give it a chance. I won't go too far into it just because, like, one, I got a little too over eager. It's like I've been through a lot of, like, oh, like, especially where I walk or whatever. And a lot of my stuff for it is just, this one doesn't really impress me as much. So I'm not going to lower that just so I could at least see part of that area of my shoe. Okay, I don't see a lot I can do with this, obviously. Sadly, I'm gonna leave it as such. I wish I'd use a better lens. I use my 40mm when shooting this. And then finally, I have two left actually, but I'm gonna go through these last two. So what I want to do is I want to crop and get the window. So the window looks really cool in this building. So I'm gonna go down here. Oh, there we go. It's kind of cool, especially with the telephone wires right there. Ring ring. But besides that, I'm gonna go through my stand. No, I might go a more color friendly one, or I could at least, if I did, I'm gonna go with the mobile one I have that I made a while back and make this less desaturated. So I'm gonna go do that real quick just to get this out of the way. Done. Okay. I'll play the greens, and I'm gonna go back up to my lighting. I feel like there's not a lot to it. Maybe I should have kept more into it, but hey, I'll see where it goes from here. Let's do a slight bit. Alright. And then scroll down a little more. I don't think there's like much I can do with this. I'm going to go with my. I'm going to use the greens actually for this one. See what I can do with it. I lowered my limits. It could do some. It does some wonders. And then lastly, I'm gonna crop this, make it a little more even. Get this door a little to here. Other than that, give it that sense of green, I suppose, just because it is green, obviously, that door is. And lastly, this one looks good if I use that candy filter. Let me take that off. I'm gonna raise it a little bit, the exposure. I'm gonna lower my I'm gonna contrast to a degree along with my highlights, my shadows. I'm also going to do, well, there's that little splotch right there. What I'm going to do is I'll come back to it in a second. Actually, something there right now, I might as, it wouldn't hurt to do this. Lower my healing tool. And pick a point from here. And okay, there we go. That's what I wanted. Perfect. Go back to my adjustments. Along with make this a little more darker of a green. And I might try to see what I can do with like the handle right there, the nail slot and doorknobs. It's not gonna do much that I would have liked for it to. Oh well. I was curious. But that will wrap it up. Well, I hope you liked the video and the editing process of how I create and edit my photos. I also hope that you enjoy. Please comment for any feedback, like, subscribe, and share. Thank you.